All right, welcome to the relationship show. This woman writes this post. Why does my boyfriend yell at me in public and in front of his friends? So she's 21, the boyfriend is 29. Just my boyfriend is not the guy he was when I first met him. So far, we've only been together for 2 months. He was really respectful to me and he talked to me with respect. So, yeah, it's like people often put on like a mask, if you will. It's usually like within the first 90 days. In this situation, it's 60 days, but it's like they show up how they think like they should be in a relationship, or they're like on good behavior, if you will, for that initial period. And then all of a sudden, after like 60 or 90 days, it's like you start to uncover like who the person really is. And that's why it can be uh, not the best move to like get totally committed to someone like so soon. Like you'll see situations like, well, if it's like the couple gets like pregnant or whatever, the woman gets pregnant, and then it's like, oh, there's that commitment together, and then later you discover that the person's not a good other person's not a good person, or even like thinking that you want to marry someone within like that 90 days or move in together or just have like some deeper commitment. Just be careful of that and be aware that a lot of people do put these masks on. All of a sudden he just turned on me for no reason. I remember the first day he did it, it was right in front of his friends. He was yelling at me for not doing something right that he asked me to do. When I say friends, I mean female friends too, literally right in front of the other woman, in public, in front of strangers, family members, anyone. He does it so much, I think he enjoys doing it. Maybe in some kind of like sick, if you will, way. It's like he thinks that if he can just like abuse people, then he'll feel powerful. And it really just stems from a sense of, insecurity and instability, or maybe he's saw somebody in his family that did this same behavior and he's modeling that. And but it's not a good situation. It's an abusive situation. It's like, we'll read on here, in public, yeah, I can't say anything back because that makes him more angry and he walks towards me. And so yeah, what's that do? She's afraid of him. And so it's like when your woman or whoever your partner is like afraid of the other person, it's like, how are they going to feel safe? And safety is one of the biggest concerns, if you will, with women. It's like women really want to feel like they're safe. And if you're losing your temper and you're, being abusive or calling her out and embarrassing her in front of friends, um, and thinking you have to completely control this woman no matter what, and she can't have like any kind of say, has no freedom. It's like it just doesn't make her feel safe, and that can lead to really a toxic environment. Um, these past few days, I've been thinking about it, and it has made me so angry. Yeah. So I mean, what are your options here? I mean, it's like you could tell him how you feel, but it's like, will he be open? It's like you can try that. Or you can just leave. I mean, you're 2 months in. If you keep getting into this, it's like sometimes abuse can even be some kind of a trap. It's like when people are abused, it's almost like whatever kind of psychology thing that is, but it's almost like when you're abused, or like in this situation, like completely controlled and fearful of the other person, it's almost like you become connected to them in some way, in some toxic way. And it can be difficult to leave. And so from her standpoint, I mean, she's been in this relationship for 2 months, and now she's doing this realizing who this person really is. And so I would get out as soon as you can, because if you stay in this relationship and stay and accept and tolerate, that's what you're doing right now, is you are tolerating abuse. And it's like you cannot tolerate someone abusing you, because it will just keep happening over and over again. So I would get out of this relationship and I would move on to another. I would not tolerate any kind of abuse like that, because once you do it once you stand up for yourself and you have the ability to walk away and mean it, then it's like you have a much more self-respect and you don't attract the same situations again in your life.